the final race we're going to be talking about, obviously, it is the second jewel of the Triple Crown. It is the Grade 1 Preakness Stakes. We are going a mile and 3/16 on the dirt with a purse of $2 million. Of course, this is for 3-year-olds only. I'll get this one started. Obviously, for me, and I think everyone, the first horse you have to see here, or at least look at, is Journalism. Journalism was within about 2 lengths of Sovereignty in the Derby, ran very, very well. I really liked Journalism run. Obviously, it wasn't into the winner's circle technically as the favorite, but I mean, that horse was 3.5 to 1. That's pretty big odds for a favorite. I really do like Journalism here, but at 8 to 5, probably going to drop closer to even money, or even 4 to 5. I think you're going to have to look elsewhere for that value. And for me, I go all the way outside to the 8 horse. Clever Again is a horse that got kind of a late start to its career last year, ran in one maiden special weight, and essentially just kind of wasn't great in that one. And then came back this year in a maiden special weight, broke its maiden very impressively with an 87. Then I think the connection, Steve Asmussen and company, they, maybe possibly we could start looking at Derby qualification. They didn't go that route. They ended up getting into the Hot Spring and ungraded stakes race and put up a 101. I really like Clever Again. Again, the pedigree's there. You got Jose Ortiz, Steve Asmussen. And then, of course, you look at that sire of American Pharoah. You got to love that, especially at 5 to 1. Excuse me. And then underneath, maybe not underneath, I should say probably right there with Clever Again, is Sandman. I really do like Sandman. I mean, I'm a Metallica fan, so, the name gets me there. I love the grays as well. The one thing I do need to say for Sandman, however, the struggle that Sandman had in the Derby just got too far. It's a horse that wants to stalk, but sometimes in certain races, you have to be at a certain point in order to compete. This horse will need a better start to compete in the Preakness. And then finally, the last horse I want to talk about, this is a full-on kind of, throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. The 3 horse, American Promise. This is a Dwayne Lukas horse, so keep an eye on that. Did not run well in the Derby, but again, I think it was 18 or 19 horses running. The weather wasn't great. It's very easy to just kind of look at it and go, oh, he was bumped early on, and then that was essentially it. Maybe not the greatest betting strategy, but at 15 to 1, I'm willing to pay to see if we can get an improvement out of American Promise, because again, I still go back to what this horse was doing in qualification season, and it was very, very impressive. Last time out, look, bad run, but it's the Kentucky Derby. Those things happen. Raider Jim, your thoughts on the Grade 1 Preakness Stakes?
Start out with the obvious. There is not going to be a Derby winner in this one. Yeah. And the 3rd place horse, Baeza, went back to California. So this race is set up for Journalism to win the race. But ... things are going to happen. What happened in the Kentucky Derby? Journalism was out there and then all of a sudden came in second. And I'll tell you what, one of the things I thought I saw that I heard a couple, real analysts talk about it and say, Rispoli kind of came up a little too early. Like he eased up just a little too soon, and he almost eased up enough to get himself the show position instead of the place. I mean, Baeza was just flying as they came down the home stretch. So hopefully he learned from the track. It might be the same conditions. It might be a little bit better. But at 8 to 5, I don't know that that's going to be I can't tell you that he's my absolute favorite in this one. This is about pace setters for me because it's such a long race. The pace setters, the top 4 in the field, are going to be the 1 horse, goal-oriented, the 3 horse who you talked about, American Promise, the 6 horse, River Thames, and then the 8 horse, Clever Again. Those are the 4 fastest out of the gate in this race. Whether they maintain or not, and hopefully there's not a jostling going on, they will set the pace. And that leads me to my upset of the day. College football, Lou Holtz, the great Lou Holtz, national championships under his belt and the whole 9 yards. He used to do this great thing. Well, coach, you got a big one coming up, and you guys are good. You're primed to go. Yeah, but that Florida team, boy, they're a good football team. I just don't know how we're going to be able to go out there, and we're really going to have to work hard. Coach Lou always knew he was going to beat that team, but no matter what caliber he was going up against, he always propped up the other guys, knowing full well he knew how to beat them. One of the few times I heard Bob Baffert say this week, they were asking him about the Preakness. He says, oh yeah, goal-oriented. We're, definitely working out well, having good training sessions right now. That journalism, what a horse. And I was like, doggone, Baffert knows he can beat that horse. And so my upset is going to be on the inside, number 1, goal-oriented, 6-1 right now. You got to love the value on that. Bob Baffert, the trainer, Flavien, Prat on the saddle. They're going to pretend they're at Del Mar or Santa Anita and watch them get into the winner's circle. After that, I like the 4-horse. I like the 8-horse, Clever again at 5-1. Steve Asmussen, Jose Ortiz, 1, 2, 8. That's probably going to be the top 3 finishers, but might upset the party here a little bit with number 4, Heart of Honor at 12-1. Jamie Osborne and Saffie Osborne, the trainer-jockey combination. That horse has some good speed to it and competes well. Last time out, did a place, and I do like that number too, 12-1. So give me 1, give me 8, give me 2 and 4 on my ticket, and I will be happy.
Yeah, that's a great call with goal-oriented and just kind of looking it over. Very, very consistent, lightly raced horse as well. I guess the only knock would be, we're going from a maiden special weight and an optional claiming into a grade 1, but 6-1. And if any trainer is going to take a horse from optional claiming into a grade 1, it's going to be Baffert, and probably you just kind of go, okay, he knows something there. Very, very interested to see how that horse runs, especially, the West Coast kind of showing out this Derby season, Triple Crown season, I should say. And also another thing on goal-oriented, just looking it over, his horse ran on Derby weekend, or Derby day, I should say, ran an optional claiming at Churchill. So it's kind of on the same, workflow or, whatever habit that the other horses have. So that was kind of interesting to me as well. And then, of course, the one post, I think it's perfect for goal-oriented because of what you talked about, wanting to get onto the lead. It's going to be very interesting. And I think you hit the nail on the head. It's a matter of, will journalism run one of those 4 down? Because journalism doesn't want to be on the lead. He's going to want to run someone down, and there's not a ton of late speed, especially without Baeza. I mean, that's massive to not have Baeza in this race for journalism. But again, as you kind of mentioned, 8-5 and probably drop lower than that. We're going to have to look elsewhere. But
I was just going to say, if it all plays out, if journalism does hold true and gets to the winner's circle as the favorite in this race, there's a very, very good chance that come Belmont weekend, we're going to see the top 3 Derby finishers in that Belmont Stakes, and that's going to be a race to behold.
Amen. Yeah, that would be great. It's kind of, who knows, might be the way we kind of, at least, I don't know, say a winner of the Triple Crown season is, they won 2 out of 3 or whatever, like 2 for 2, just didn't run there. Who knows? We might have a rubber match heading into the Belmont.